Well, good afternoon. Welcome back to Northern Maine Productions. It's deck time. We're working on the mower deck here a little bit for the Snapper 30083. I've hit a little bit of a snag here. This deck is quite rough, as you can see. That bowl down in there where the mandrel bolts on is pitted really bad. And one side of it's pitted pretty bad underneath too, I think. Maybe the front. Up around here in the front, it's pretty. So the rest of the deck is in good shape. It's not dented or smashed or bent. The mandrel's good in it. Even all the hardware came out of it, if you can believe that. The lift rails are all still in good shape. The lift mechanism's not all worn out on it. I actually mowed with this yesterday afternoon and it mowed very well. The engagement lever has got some wear and tear in it, as you can see there. Hole's worn a little bit elongated, and there's some wear on the rod itself too. That's alright. I mean, I can weld that stuff up easy enough. Got a MIG welder at work. We can build that up and grind it back down. I found a thing on this that I think I remember when this happened. I worked, like I say, I used to work on this machine, but right there where that washer is on that, the end of the rod wore through. There actually used to be, that actually used to stick out beyond the washer, and there was a little hole drilled in it for the cotter pin, and that used to, let's see if I can rig it up here. It used to, it would have went in that slot like that, and then there would have been another washer and a cotter pin on the other side. Well, when I got the machine, it was like that, which don't work. It binds. It binds a little bit. It doesn't disengage that good. And I think I remember when that happened, actually. Because that all looked really familiar once I got looking at it. I think that happened to that guy. And I think I just fished that thing through there and left it like that. And he ran it like that until the motor gave up on it. But what was going on with it was it wasn't disengaging as good as it could have, and the brake didn't work that well on it. But I can fix all that now. So yeah, so I'm sitting here. I've just been sitting here since last night. I've looked at this 2 or 3 times. I'm trying to figure out how in the world I would fix this without it being a major pain in the rear, because it's not really that easy to form a piece of steel into a bowl like that would fit in there. And I sure as old heck don't want to mess around for hours and hours and hours fabricating a piece of metal to put in there. I mean, I could, but it just wouldn't. Geez, my card green out of time. Ain't that cute? Well, anyway, so I was trying to figure out a way to make this bowl, but I can't really think of a way to do it. But I've got another idea. The light bulb just came on here a while ago, so I've got this deck out here on this 2650 that is absolutely stove all to hell. The front edge of that is stove up really bad, and it does not have the skids on the sides of it to keep it out of the ground. As far as I know, that deck shell's solid on that. the idea that I'm having right now would be to take that deck out of that old machine and disassemble it the same way as I have this one, and cut the center section out of it, and actually cut this old rusty one out of this deck, because the rest of this deck is good, and simply place that center section out of that deck into this one, weld it down, and be done. Be absolutely done. You know, I'd have to take care to make sure I get it lined up. I'd probably overlay it into this one, line the holes all up good, and bolt it together, and then maybe drill a couple of holes here and put some pilot screws in it just to get it lined up. And then cut that old rusty piece out of there and lay that one in there and put the pilot screws into the that I drill into it here and weld around it. Easy peasy. Take probably a couple hours time, you could probably have that all fixed. And then you could bolt it back together and paint the thing and be done with it. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's what's going to happen. Because the front edge of that deck out there, where that got bent really hard, the blade hit it really hard and it damn near sliced a hole right out through the front of that deck, and it's all cracked really bad. I actually welded some of the cracks back together in the front of that. It's got some cracks up through it from the bottom. So I wouldn't care if I sacrificed that old deck there. That thing, I never liked that deck anyways. See, if you see where that front edge of that deck is, it's way up under them arms. Them arms were, that arm assembly and those rails are off a 26-inch deck, and that's a 30-inch deck under there. Well, the original 26-inch deck only came forward as far as those rails on the sides where the lift mechanism bolts onto the deck. So what's happened there is where that deck shell sticks so far forward, it hits the bottom of them arms that hook the deck to the machine, because they're made different than the 30-inch ones are. The 30-inch deck, the 30-inch arms look more like that right there. They're straight. So this one here probably lifts up 2 inches higher than that one on that other machine did, which makes cutting a whole lot better. So yeah, when I get ready to do this, I'll keep you guys updated on this. I got lots of cleaning to do. These old side rails and lift mechanisms got to all be cleaned, de-rusted and primed and painted. That'll take a little bit of time, but this will be a good project. Take 2 pieces of crap and make one good one out of them. So, well, I hope you guys enjoyed this. I will say one thing, I mowed with this thing yesterday morning out here. I mowed my whole lawn with it, and this thing worked, mowed really well. So that's why I want to keep all this stuff with this machine, because it's all the original equipment to this machine behind me. It fits good and it's adjusted right. That's what I want. So, well, I think that's it. I'm going to leave you guys. You all have a good rest of your afternoon, and happy Mother's Day if there's any mothers watching. Bye bye.